we're following that developing story out of Georgia, a deadly shooting that sent a high school in Winder, Georgia, into lockdown. Here's what we know at this hour. At least 4 people have been killed. At least 9 have been injured, and at least 1 suspect is in custody. President Joe Biden has been briefed on the situation, as has Vice President Kamala Harris. Winder is a small, tight-knit community about 1 hour east of Atlanta, Georgia. And these are kids who have just been back at school for about 1 month. We're expecting a briefing from law enforcement in Georgia shortly, and as soon as that starts, we'll bring it to you live. At this hour, we're also following Vice President Kamala Harris, who's on the ground in New Hampshire at this hour. She was there to address independent voters and roll out her plan to help small business owners in America. But as has happened so many times before, what should have been a normal, peaceful day in this country, what should have been an otherwise unremarkable day at an American school, was changed in an instant and forever by the epidemic of deadly gun violence. It is our reality. It is a reality of American life. It is also a political reality and a political live wire. It's an open question that courses through this election season, something Vice President Kamala Harris addressed passionately a short time ago. Watch.
Our hearts are with all the students, the teachers, and their families, of course. And we are grateful to the first responders and the law enforcement that were on the scene. But this is just a senseless tragedy on top of so many senseless tragedies. And it's just outrageous that every day in our country, in the United States of America, that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive. It's senseless. It is. We've got to stop it. And we have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. So we will continue, of course, to send our prayers and our thoughts to the families and all those who were affected, including, you know, I'm going off script right now, but listen, I mean, you know, at the last year, I started a college tour. And I traveled our country meeting with our young leaders, right? And so it was college-age young leaders. So I did trade schools, colleges, universities, community colleges. But I'll tell you, one of the things that I asked every time I went to the auditorium, and it would be filled with these young leaders, students, and I'd ask them, raise your hand if at any point between kindergarten and 12th grade you had to endure an active shooter drill. And for the young leaders who are here who are raising their hand, I'm telling you, every time the auditorium was packed and almost every hand went up. You know, a lot of us, I'll speak about myself, you know, we had, well, I grew up in California, earthquake drills, we had fire drills, but our kids are sitting in a classroom where they should be fulfilling their God-given potential, and some part of their big, beautiful brain is concerned about a shooter busting through the door of the classroom. It does not have to be this way. It does not have to be this way.
That's where we start today with former Assistant Director for Counterintelligence at the FBI, Frank Figliuzzi. Also joining us, pediatrician and senior advisor to Everytown, Dr. Annie Andrews. NBC's Tom Winter will join us in just a few minutes with the latest on the shooting. Frank, I dread the sameness of our coverage of these tragedies because tonight 4 families are dealing with the unthinkable and the unimaginable. But what the vice president said there is also true. All of our kids, my son since he was 3 years old, has been through active shooter drills. And if you don't have school-age kids, and the doctor, you can explain these drills as well. I know you have 3 kids in school. When they're 3, they don't tell them what they're hiding from. They just make sure that a 3 and a 4-year-old can be very, very quiet as the shades are lowered on the door. When they're about 5 or 6, they let the kids in on what they're hiding from, because it's different from a fire drill when they leave the school. So from 3 years old, and then of course by the time kids are in middle and high school, they know exactly what's going on. That is life in America. That is parenting in America. And that is who Vice President Harris is talking about. But let's talk about what happened today. Frank, what's your understanding of what transpired?
We have a very young shooter here. Depending on which media report you listen to, it's young. It's going to be shockingly young with regard to the age of the shooter. Some of the students interviewed seemed to know who that was, so it's not going to be a question of timing and identification challenges. The police know who this is. He's alive. They're going to be talking with him. They're talking to him right now. I'm certain because of his age, they're going to have to deal with parents and have parents present while interviewing a juvenile. We've got 4 dead, 9 wounded. Don't know the nature of those wounds or the cause of those wounds, but let's assume for the sake of argument that they were all shot in some way, shape, or form, maybe even a fragment or ricochet hit one of the wounded. We could be talking about as many as 13 rounds fired by this shooter. We'll find out eventually. Where did someone this young get the weapon? Can't buy a weapon, even in Georgia, at this young age, but you can possess it. Did they get it from a parent, from a friend? We're going to have all these questions. How did this person get into the school with the weapon? Who knew about it when? Were there threats? Were there warning signs and indicators? But, you know, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We've been doing nothing over and over again, and somehow we're hoping that this won't happen anymore. But it's going to keep happening, and Kamala Harris is right. It doesn't have to be this way.
Annie, this is a high school that is across the street. It's like a school complex. It's across the street from a preschool. So some of the images that have been on our air today include some very, very, very tiny kids. I want to play the sound of a grandmother of one of the students for you.
I feel really sorry for the kids that they've had to experience this, and the parents who got those phone calls that it was their child. He was with the principal, and the principal told him, run to the band room, don't look back, just keep running. So that's all I know.
I'm so happy he's okay. And you said your daughter is with him now?
Yes, his mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sigh of relief.
Yes, ma'am.
What do we understand about this tragedy in this town that took place this morning?
Well, Nicole, thank you for having me. My heart is broken for this community, for every child that was in that building today, for the children whose lives were stolen by this public health crisis of gun violence. And I have a pit in my stomach, as I do every time I see these headlines. This is a public health crisis, and what is so infuriating about it is we have created this hellscape for our children. Every child in this country goes to school and sits in a classroom where they should be learning how to read and write. And they're also learning how to hide from a bad man with a gun. And for far too many children in this country, that reality grows even darker when an active shooter incident happens. This is a public health crisis, and we know the solutions. The solutions include common sense gun laws like expanded background checks, secure storage laws so that adult gun owners cannot allow access to children to their firearms, and red flag laws. What we lack in this country is elected leaders with the moral courage to pass the laws that the majority of Americans know that we need and that the children in this country so desperately need and deserve. We have robbed every child in this country of a sense of physical and psychological safety in their classrooms, and as a mother, it breaks my heart.